This ain't it, every need and all, fire and sleet and candle lit, may earth receive thy soul, when thou from hence away art past, every need and all, to any more thou comest at last, may earth receive thy wisdom of the ancestors. Wisdom of the ancestors. Wisdom of the ancestors. Wisdom of the ancestors.
Tuhis, Countercut Canyon, Coyote Woman, Sarah's Roots. I'm here in Yalamu. This place has always been known as Yalamu. Before it was San Francisco, before it was California. The first language of this land is Ramaytush. It's so very important that we honor and acknowledge Indigenous protocol wherever we go. To the best of our abilities, we should be acknowledging the original words of the land. We should be inclusive of Indigenous voices and perspectives, especially when it comes to making decisions around how we impact the land, the environment, the community. Our actions and our words have an impact. So how are your decisions considering the next 7 generations? My mother and my grandmother believe that when song, ceremony, and dancing stops, so does the earth. I too believe that. So I will offer a grandmother song to honor our grandmothers, their grandmothers, and in all Mother Earth. For without them and without her, we would not be here. We share this time and space together for a reason. So it's with that humility, that gratitude, that present-mindedness that I offer this song here in this space. I identify as a California Indigenous Two-Spirit individual. I have Mutsun Ohlone ancestry. I am learning about my Chumash ancestry. And of course, I have Euromut ancestry that I am taking the time to learn about too. It's important that we take steps to decolonize and to re-indigenize. So this is Canyon's grandmother song. Moi moi o kawana, moi moi o ka, moi moi no, moi moi o ka, moi moi o ne, yo konale, moi moi yo konale, moi moi o kawana, moi moi o ka, moi moi no, moi moi o ka, moi moi o ne, yo konale, moi moi yo konale, moi moi o kawana, moi moi o ka, moi moi no, moi moi o ka, moi moi o invite you all to say, oh. So here I am in Yalamu, in Ramaytush Ohlone territory. I come from Indian Canyon Nation. Indian Canyon is the only federally recognized Indian country between Sonoma and Santa Barbara along central coastal California. That being said, my mother, tribal elder Anne-Marie Sayers, has always taught me to attempt to be a good ancestor in training, to honor my ancestors to the best of my ability, and to honor the land wherever I go. So it's important that we honor native land. I honestly believe that when we acknowledge all of our ancestors, we could recognize we all have indigenous ancestors to the land. we can all recognize our indigeneity to the land of our ancestors. Though it's important that we acknowledge indigenous protocol. So I invite you to think about, wherever you are, how do you honor truth and history? How do you honor native land? We are all impacted by colonization. And let us all be good community members together. We are all Ama Piritakawas. In the Mutsun dialect, that means people of this land. And if we do our best, we should all be honoring the original stewards of the land. How can we be good guests? So I want to say thank you. A little bit of history about San Francisco Bay Area territory. We are in what is considered Ohlone territory. Ohlone and the word Costanoan is a misnomer. These words are what colonial minds ignorantly projected upon us. Costaños is what the Spaniards called us. And Ohlone is from an indigenous word from a single village site called Oholon. However, it is through colonization and non-indigenous writers who recorded that, and then it got acknowledged through other written formats. And so it was another cited source and another cited source and another cited source. So the word Ohlone is known. I am a proud Ohlone person. However, people with indigenous ancestry to this territory, they don't have to, and some don't, identify with that term. Ohlone territory spans from San Francisco down to Monterey Bay Area. There are 8 language dialects within that territory. I come from the Mutsun-speaking territory. And right here, right now, I'm in San Francisco, aka Yalamu. And the first language of this land is Ramaytush. I invite you to think about ways that we can honor native land. How are we acknowledging indigenous protocol? Do you know about the indigenous peoples and the ancestors who stewarded the land that you are benefiting from, that you work on, that you play on, that you travel through? How are we taking steps to acknowledge truth in history? So I want to say thank you, because I myself am a visitor in these lands. Oh. Follow the Roaming Ohlone to learn more ways to honor truth in history. # Roaming Ohlone, or check out canyonconsulting.com, both with K's, KK LLC. Again, my name is Canyon Coyote Woman Sayers Ruth, daughter of Elder Anne-Marie Sayers from Indian Canyon Nation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiral Dance 2021. Thank you for bearing with us through our technical difficulties. This is still part of learning how to circle together in new ways other than around a fire or in a great hall. So the Spiral Dance is a solemn ritual created and shared with love and deep magic from the reclaiming tradition of witchcraft. And if you are new to this tradition, or if you are joining the Spiral Dance for your 42nd time, you are welcome. We are now in the dark of the year when the last of the harvest is brought in from the fields, the apples and the pumpkins and the corn and the roots. And we put up food to feed each other through the long and longer nights. Here at Samhain, when the veils between this world and the next grow thin, you may find it easier this time of year to speak to your ancestors of blood and bone, of craft and revolution, as well as to commune with the beloveds you have lost through this year or through all years, and there have been so many. And you may wish to send a word forward to the descendants, as they too are now found in these mists of time and night. So I have a bit of talking to do today to explain some hows and whatsits and some history before our ritual proper starts, but there's not a whole lot of talking during the rest of the ritual, so please do bear with me. Witches, pagans, and allies from all over the world are gathering here in 2021 for this Samhain tradition and for our second year online. We gather on the Witches' New Year to greet our dead and to dance with one another and raise power. And our hearts yearn to witness each other in our grief and in celebration in person, especially with so much in the world to mourn: deaths from COVID, deaths from police violence, deaths from the corrupt wielding of hoarded power, deaths from the climate crisis. And yet we gather again together online, taking all we have learned in these last 2 cycles to circle together in the virtual and the astral if we can't be in the physical. The spiral dance was birthed in 1979 in Yalamu, so-called San Francisco, in conjunction with the release of the book, The Spiral Dance, written by Starhawk, one of the founders of what was called at the time the Reclaiming Collective. And now this is a thriving and international spiritual community. And one way that we grow in our commitment to all forms of justice is to affirm, as anyone can do, to call themselves a reclaiming witch, to affirm the principles of unity, a living document that spells out how we strive to be an anti-racist, earth-based, feminist tradition of witchcraft. So if we were meeting in person right now in one of the venues we have danced the spiral in before, a ballroom, an art museum, a conference hall, a basketball arena, I would tell you where the bathrooms are and explain where to put your stuff and how to sit so that you don't get trampled by dancers and stilt walkers on their way into invocations. I will remind you today that one of the most sacred tools of the witch is their own body, so be sure you take care of your needs for comfort during the invocations and the trance, knowing that you can come back to the recording of this ritual. Again, at most reclaiming public rituals, I would let you know that we don't take pictures or video, but this year we are once again presenting a hybrid of live ritual arts and pre-recorded invocations, which will be available on YouTube for you and to share with your beloveds. And again, in person, I would describe how a spiral dance works, how we form concentric circles around a great hall and then take hands to weave them into a double spiral, a labyrinth of shared energy we use to raise power. We do this by singing together and stepping together and by gazing into the eyes of each person who passes by us in the dance. We use all of this gesture, movement, music, togetherness to raise power, to amplify our intention, which we will learn together in a moment. Today, in our own homes, we will not only learn the words to the song, but also a dance made of signed language, so we can use our hands and bodies to move together even though we are in our own spaces. Ocean, a deaf witch, will teach us ASL movements to make into our own dances. And we hope that you are not approaching this spiral dance as if you were just watching a video, but please do your best to participate to the best of your own ability with your body and soul and heart and witch's eye. A couple other things to know here. In the early incarnations of the spiral dance ritual, the names of the beloved dead lost by the community over the last year were read out loud during the ritual, in an act that resonated with what was going on in meetings held during the height of the AIDS crisis. As the reclaiming community drew and spanned several generations, so did the list of names, and then in recent years these names were read in a ritual within a ritual by a circle of priestesses in the venue while the celebrants entered the hall and observed the altars and each other. So this year's list of names is available for you in a really cool, technologically neat way. So you can go to the Beloved Dead page on the Spiral Dance website, that's reclaimingspiraldance.org. And on that page, you can read either a list of all the names as they were presented in the Google form, Or you can find the name of your beloved in a grouping that's somewhat alphabetical, although the names that were submitted during October are in a separate list. When you go to the page on which you find your beloved, you can hear the audio of the priestesses reading the names, and that will be played over Spotify. But the audio is synced with the list of names scrolling down the screen in a way that you might recognize if you've been to Spiral Dance in person. It's really quite powerful. It's really as close as I think we can get to hearing the names read live and in person. So please do look at the Beloved Dead page on the Spiral Dance, the reclaimingspiraldance.org page. It's really quite powerful. So, a word on today's ritual, the actual magical content, which I know you are all yearning to get to. We have dragons who are the magical security holding the edges of the ritual. You'll see them later. And we have anchors who are priestesses sitting in deep witness on a trance with a tender that is held throughout the ritual. And you'll see them later as well. We will begin, as we often do, with a grounding and casting the circle. Witches will invoke the elements, the fae, the ancestors, the beloved dead, and the mighty dead of the craft. We will open to deity and set sail on a trance journey together. And then we will dance the spiral, raising power one witch at a time from all over the world. And now the intention. I will read it 3 times. By the 3rd time, I hope you can read it with us all in your spaces. With wisdom of the ancestors and love for the descendants, we raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. With wisdom of the ancestors and love for the descendants, we raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. With wisdom of the ancestors and love for the descendants, we raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Let it begin now. Welcome.
Hail and welcome the goddesses of the north, the earth that is her fertile body. Hail and welcome the goddesses of the east, the air that is her breath. Hail and welcome the goddesses of the south, the fire of her bright spirit. And hail and welcome the goddesses of the west, the water that is her healing tears. And all that is above and all that is below, the circle is open. We are between the worlds. What happens between the worlds changes all the worlds. So mote it be. Let the magic begin.
Hello, my name is Renee Collins. I am the founder of Magical Qigong and Happy Samhain. Today, I will be leading you in the grounding ritual. For this ritual, you can be standing or sitting. It really doesn't matter, okay? So let's begin. Place your feet just below your hips and in complete alignment with the shoulders as best as you can. Take a deep breath into the area that's 3 inches below your navel. Let the breath just flow down into that area. And as you exhale, gently pull the belly to the spine. Just gently do it. Inhale a second time. Exhale. Pull the belly button to the spine. 3rd time, inhale again. And then exhale. Pull the butt to the spine. Now this time I want you to think about your big toe, little toe, and your heel. And imagine that they are talons of an eagle gripping a branch, and you'll grip the floor. This sends heat to the feet. While gripping the floor, I'd like you to send the air past the pelvic area, through the legs, into the feet. So inhale into the feet. Exhale. Inhale. Imagine the breath going into the feet. Exhale. Third time is a charm. Inhale into the feet. Then exhale. Now send the breath into the earth and imagine that the earth is a lung. That when you inhale, it expands. When you exhale, it contracts. So let's begin inhaling into the earth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Imagine the earth expanding. Exhale, contracting. Now, I'd like you to drop the tailbone a little bit, just sort of bend the knees as if you're sitting on a very high chair. Shoulders relaxed. Head is forward. Then imagine that roots are growing from the bottom of your feet, growing into the earth. And as it's making its way down to the earth, it begins to pulsate and penetrate the soil. It moves its way down past the aeons of time, roots and waterways, all the way down to the very core of the planet. And you see the molten core down there. Send the roots past that molten core and you see another core, an iron core, spinning, generating protective energy around the planet so that we don't fry. Imagine those roots growing and attaching themselves into the core. Take the time to imagine how huge the core is. It's about the size of the moon, so there's plenty of real estate for everyone. Penetrate the core with those roots. And in the center of the core is the goddess, sustaining all life in this world. Those roots begin to reach to her, and she sends her chi up your roots, and your roots tremble with electricity and life. As it moves up the roots, it begins to tremble more with light and life. It moves up and up, closer to you, up past the waterways, past the eons of time, underneath the foundation of your house until it reaches your feet. Now this time with an inhale, you pull all that beautiful energy into the system. It moves up the legs, up the torso, shoulders and hands and the head. Feeling the chi of the world, the chi of the mother. Next, let's bring the mother up by bringing the hands up as you bring her energy up, which is a yellow color in our system. And then bring down the blue of the father as you exhale. Inhale, bring up the mother to the top. Exhale, bring down the father to the feet, to the blue of the feet. Inhale, one last time, bring up the mother. Exhale, bring down the blue of the father to the feet. Now this time, inhale as you bring the hands up. Exhale and begin to mix the colors, the blue and the yellow. Inhaling up. You do this on your own sequence and own time. Exhale down. The colors begin to swirl together and almost like taffy, illuminated taffy. The blue and the yellow slowly begin to vanish, and in place of them is an emerald green, the green of the forest, the green of the leaves. You see yourself surrounded by a luminous green egg. Take one more breath in as you bring the hands up. Exhale, bring it down. Heaven and earth connected with you. Grounding is complete. Happy Samhain and blessed be.
Spirit of the waters, soothe away my anger, for I am soon to leave here in great fear and pain. Surround me with thy beauty, if it please thee, that I might lose my fear of the flames.
Spirit of the fire, hear me when I cry, for I am soon to die and leave a daughter to mourn. Let me be burn brightly, if it please thee, that she might see my light and be warned.
Spirit of the air, lift my ashes quietly, so high above that gathering, then let them fall again. And this shall be a sign, if it please thee, that I shall be returning on the north wind. Spirits of the earth, I give my body to thee. Oh, let my bones scattered be among the growing things, and let the forest grow, if it please thee, o'er this place of death and suffering.
Je me tourne vers l'est et j'appelle l'air. L'air qui nous unit tous et toutes. L'air qui nous fait avancer. L'air qui nous fait vivre, qui a fait vivre nos ancêtres avant nous, qui fera vivre nos descendants après nous. L'air qui a fait vibrer l'été. L'air glacial de l'hiver qui s'annonce. Bienvenue l'air.
Paixão,
Fogo,
Fire,
calor,
sol,
fire,
criatividade,
fogo,
paixão,
fire,
fogo,
brilho,
bonfire,
potência,
estalar, ação,
madeira em
expressão,
fogo,
preocupação,
sol,
em chamas,
coração,
calor,
incêndio,
paixão,
sexo,
desejo,
luz,
fogueira,
iluminação, vitalidade.
Fogo da fogueira que aqueceu nossos ancestrais.
Fogo
que era, que é e que será.
Fogo que aquecerá os nossos descendentes.
Chama da justiça que virá.
Chama da paz que virá. Chama da cura que virá.
Seja bem-vindo, fogo. O fogo é sagrado.
Welcome, fire. Fire is sacred.
Water is flow and flowing.
Water is our streams.
Water is our rivers.
Water is ancient.
Water is our emotional release.
Water is cleansing.
Water is our tears.
Water is splashing.
Water is healing.
Water quenches our thirst.
Water is life. Water is our oceans. We welcome water.
We welcome water.
We welcome water. Water is sacred.
Tierra, donde la vida germina, crece, se desarrolla, muere y renace. Fértil madre del crecimiento y la pudrición, estabilidad y equilibrio que sostienes nuestro ser, nutre nuestras vidas, inspira nuestros corazones y alimenta nuestros cuerpos. Reposo de los ancestros, voz del silencio, espíritus de la tierra, los antiguos, guardianes de los misterios enterrados en lo profundo, que habitan a través de las raíces y se elevan en la vida que crece y muere. Tierra, forjadora de caminos, gran proveedora, gran tomadora. Madre siembra, madre naturaleza, madre sangre, madre ancestros, madre vida, madre tierra. Sé bienvenida, tierra sagrada.
Depression has taught me that sometimes disability can be invisible. From my spirit to your spirit, I send you the gift of compassion for unknown struggles. Fibromyalgia has taught me to see my value beyond my ability to produce. From my spirit to your spirit, I send you the gift of seeing your own inherent value.
Chronic fatigue has taught me that I am worth more than the sum of what I do and create. From my spirit to your spirit, I offer worthiness in rest.
What has disability brought you? What does your spirit bring to the circle?
My disability has taught me that sometimes you can do everything right and it still won't work. But it's worth trying for the times it does. From my spirit to you, I send resilience and patience.
Autoimmune has taught me to forgive myself. From my spirit to your spirit, I send you self-forgiveness.
Invocation of the Fae and other realms.
ancestors' breath. When the fire's voice is heard, 'tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning woods. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
You whose bones lie in the earth, you whose bones rest under the water, you whose flesh perished in fire, rising as ash and taken by the wind. We call you indigenous ancestors of every continent, and all of us have ancestors indigenous to some place and time. We call you, you who resisted genocide, you who taught intergenerational resilience, you whose bones lie in museums collections, you who struggled against colonization, children of the burning times, daughters of Queen Boudica, we call you. Open the road to justice. Open the road to peace. Open the road to healing. Let us hear the calls of our kin, all sentient life. Let us open the road for a new way, a new time of balance and peace and harmony and justice. Be here now.
I call forth the ancestors that are buried under Confederate monuments. I call forth the ancestors whose descendants were those little children in all of those schools that are now being found who were murdered. They need justice. I call forth the ones who are buried under Wall Street, the very heart of this capitalist society. I call forth all of those whose names have been lost, whether they be Native, Mexican, or stolen people. It is time. Come forth. Help us fight for the justice that's been denied to us for centuries. Our minds are open, our hearts are open, our souls are open, and we crave peace, but only if it includes justice. Be here now and rise up. Welcome, victorious warrior ancestors.
Listen more often to things
is when we welcome in our beloved dead. What is remembered lives. What is remembered lives. What is remembered lives.
Mighty Dead.
Who are the mighty dead?
The Mighty Dead.
The mighty
The
dead.
Mighty Dead.
Who
I'm
are
myself a
they?
little confused about the Mighty Dead.
I'm not sure who they are.
We're the keepers of the knowledge of the history that has gone before us.
The guardians.
The guardians of traditions, but traditions are changing.
Culture is always changing.
Well, we're connected to them. It's a relationship.
Here's the little secret. We're always connected to them.
And especially these critical times, everything is changing. So we need the mighty dead more than ever.
We are the living mighty dead, and it's up to us to clean it up.
Clean it up. Yeah?
I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah. I think we have
Clean
to
it up. And the way that they will be able to support us and share their wisdom about how we need to participate in the change that we want to make.
Yes.
We need them now.
We need them now. So let's build an altar. And not just the environment, like ourselves.
Yeah,
our hearts, our minds.
Our intention. Mighty dead, come.
Come, mighty dead.
Weaver, weaver, weaver thread, whole and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal her pain. In love may she return again. We are dark and we are bright. We are formed of earth and light. From joy and pain our lives are spun, but all too soon the spinning's done. Weaver, weaver, weave his thread, whole and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal his pain. In love may he return again. No one knows why we are born. A web is made, a web is torn. Like wandering seabirds we are led to rest one moment, then take flight. Weaver, weaver, weave their thread, whole and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal their pain. In love may they return again.
So may we find the hidden way beyond the gates of night and day, to that sweet land where apples grow and endless healing waters waters flow.
Weaver, weaver, weave our thread, whole and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal our pain. In love may we return again.
And at that spring may we drink deep, and wake to dream, and die to sleep. In dreaming spin another form, a shining thread of life reborn.
Weaver, weaver, weave our thread, whole and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal our pain. In love may we return again. In love may we return again.
Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva of empathy and compassion empowered, gender expansive, non-binary, mysterious one, becoming Kanon, Kuan Yin, Tara. Revered Tara sprung from your left eye and fell as a teardrop upon the plain, full of compassion for children and fierce transgender guardian in your defense of the children and peacemakers of the world. Avalokiteshvara, Kanon, Kuan Yin, Tara, come to us, be welcome, and empower our empathy and compassion.
Oh, Mother, we raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Avalokiteshvara, Kanun, Kuan Yin, Tara, bring us compassion and empathy.
Guadalupe, 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 we call you. From the hill of Tepeyac, where offerings were laid before the goddess of earth, Tonantzin, we call you. From the lips of migrants who speak your name as they cross borders, we call you. From the banners held by activists as they call for justice, Virgencita, we call you. From candlelit altars where prayers are offered unto the Queen of Heaven. Come, giver of hope, come. We call you, Holy Mother, cloaked in stars, shining forth with the rays of the sun, skin brown like the living earth. Come, you who grant justice to the forgotten and the dispossessed. Grant us hope, grant us vision, grant us strength. Guadalupe Tonantzin, hail and welcome.
We raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Guadalupe, Tonantzin, bring us hope, strength, and vision.
Kali, Supreme Mother, Dark Mother. There is nothing to fear, has never been. We are circles moving within circles. Every circle emanating from you returns to you. There is nothing to fear, has never been. Mother of time, past, present, future, suckle from your breasts. You birth every form from dark unto the beginning, return us all. There is nothing to fear, has never been. Your love beyond compassion, dispassion, perfuses us with love. Teach us, Kali, to dance with duality, not knowing, to attend to the pulse of life within everything, fiercely slay what divides us from ourselves, each other. There is nothing to fear, has never been.
We raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Kali, Supreme Mother, Dark Mother, beyond all.
O great Mother Bear, ancient grandmother bear, sacred maternal Ursas, roaring, expansive, ferocious sacred bears, loyal, protective, fearsome, warriors standing tall, displaying endless strength, baring your teeth and wielding your sharpened claws. We invite your ancient wisdom, telling us the healing necessity of food and sex and home. We call to you as you head into your time of hibernation, reminding us that rest is as essential as breathing. We call to your sweet dreams of honey, summer berries, and fresh-caught salmon, your sensual being that knows the pleasure of a back scratch on rough tree bark, the joyful frolicking in a pool of cool water, the ecstasy and joy of simply being alive. Great maternal bears, sacred Ursas, fearsome protectors, with honor we welcome you.
We raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Grandmother Bear, Mother Bear, bring fierce protection, medicine, wisdom, and joy.
Hear ye the words of the star goddess, the dust of whose feet are the host of heaven, whose body encircles the universe. I am the beauty of the white stars and the moon, and the mysteries of the waters and the desire of human hearts. Call upon your soul, arise and come unto me, for I am the soul of all nature that gives life to the universe. Before my face, beloved of all, let your divine most inner self be enfolded in the rapture of the infinite. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices, for behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. Therefore, let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and pride, mirth, and reverence among you. And those of you that seek to know me, know this, that your seeking and your yearning shall avail you not unless you know the mystery, that of that which you seek you find not within you, you shall never find it without. For behold, I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire.
Oh, Mother, we raise our voices for justice, healing, and peace. Star goddess, twinkling in the dark, bring beauty and strength, mirth and reverence.
Set sail, set sail,
Set sail, set sail,
set sail, set sail,
Set sail, set sail,
Set sail, set sail.
set sail, set sail, set sail, set sail,
set sail, set sail,
set sail, set sail, set sail,
Set sail, set sail.
set sail, set sail, set sail,
Set sail, set
Spirits and pixies, we ask your permission to pass. May we pass through.
Tabi-tabi po, mga diwata at duwende. Tabi-tabi po,
Great cosmic cervix, grandmother matrix, womb of creation, bones in the ocean.
ashes spread over the river, offerings to the sacred fire, lava flowing from volcanoes, skeleton bones from hailstorms.
Spirits and pixies, we ask your permission to pass. May we pass through.
Tabi-tabi po, mga diwata at duwende. Tabi-tabi po,
Hanging coffins on cliffsides, buried boots from landslides, remains on the plains, death from acid rains.
labyrinthine tunnels in catacombs, divine shrines in round rooms, shell mounds and mesas, valleys, peaks and kivas.
Spirits and pixies, we ask your permission to pass. May we pass through.
Tabi-tabi po, mga diwata at duwende. Tabi-tabi po,
Chambers, crypts, caves, caves, mountains, graves, dancing out of the wombs, pilgrimage to the tombs.
to sacred grove of old trees, to corpses of holy mummies, to tall standing blue stones, to holy altars in our homes.
Spirits and pixies, we ask your permission to pass. May we pass through.
Tabi-tabi po, mga diwata at duwende. Tabi-tabi po,
Tabi-tabi po,
tabi-tabi po,
tabi-tabi po,
tabi-tabi po,
tabi-tabi po.
tabi-tabi po.
Tabi-tabi po.
Before we set sail on the ocean, before we sail across the seas and sail through the spacious skies, we offer pranam, deep bows, and respectfully ask your permission. May we pass through. Mga diwata at duwende, tabi-tabi po.
Tabi-tabi po.
Tabi-tabi po.
Tabi-tabi po.
Dearly beloved spirits of the ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancestors of all genders, Loa, Orisha, elemental powers, from the tiniest subparticle to the greatest star field. Humbly we ask permission to visit, if ever so briefly, your realms.
All those that accompany and guide us when the time comes for us to shed these earthly forms, the Devis, the Devas, Kali, Yama, the ancient seers, the Rishikas and the Rishis, our ancestors, our foremothers, our forefathers, the Matrus and the Pitrus. We humbly gather at the threshold, awaiting your summons. Namaskaram.
Ancestors, I listen for your invitation, welcoming me into your home.
And as we stand at the sacred grove, we ask that you open your door, and ancestors be waiting for us. And I ask that we breathe in the color purple as we descend in the sky world of the seventh. Breathe in and allow your spirit, your soul to descend to the sixth sky world.
In the sixth sky world, the pure light of energy becomes the color violet, purple. Feel this color wash through your body. Feel the violet at the heart of the star field. Feel the violet breathed into every molecule of your living body. Ancestors who sleep in the womb of creation. Ancestors who travel through the body of Nut. Ancestors whose spirits accompany the sun. Rest in eternity and return to us in perpetuity. And from the sixth sky world, see the color violet transmute into the color indigo. See the indigo as you descend and descend and descend deeper and deeper. Feel the indigo at the bottoms of the oceans. Feel and see the indigo in the dark, dark caves. Oldest of the old, first ancestors. Homo bonoensis, Homo sapiens, Neanderthal, Denisovans. You who survived the first pandemics. You who fled climate catastrophe. We call you. How do we end these endless wars? How do we heal the deepening wounds? Hear your children. We need your guidance. Hear your children. We need your wisdom. Hear your children. We need your love. Ancient of ancients, hear us. And from the fifth sky world, see the color indigo turn to the color blue. Deepen your descent down and down and down into the vast, vast blue.
Go down into the blue, into the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. Look around and see there's nothing but blue, only blue. The true ethereal blue of everything and nothing. Dissolve into this blue. Dissolve away everything. Come down to the core, the true you. Listen. You hear it. You hear truth. With life comes death. Grounded and connected, sensitive and strong. Is it you in your tribe who heard this truth? Is it you who heard the call from the Divine Mother? Is it you who heard the call from your dear one's soul? Is it you who heard the call? Is it you who had to make the call to end it all, to bring eternal truth to the present moment? Did you make the call because you heard the call? Call for the infinite to return what belongs to the divine. The call from the very soul of your beloved to release and return home to Mama. Is it you who had to make the call, say the words? Was it your voice that set the vibrations in the ether across time and space, assuring Great Mother that her dear one was finally returning home? Was it your voice that finally allowed your dear one to depart? Was it your voice that chanted the sacred mantras that nourished your beloved's soul as they journeyed to Pitraloka to join our family of foremothers and forefathers, the Matrus and the Pitrus? Do you remember these elder mothers and fathers? Can you see them? What do you say to them? Do you ask for their blessings? Or say prayers to release past pain and memories? What needs to be spoken by you? Words like those the Divine Mother and your beloved are eternally grateful that you have spoken. What words need to be spoken by you? What words in your world wherever the boundaries may be, we'll be eternally grateful that you spoke. What words need to be spoken by you? Your voice, your words,
freedom,
your wisdom. Speak truth. Speak justice. Speak healing. Speak peace. Take a breath. See the blue deepen into green. See the color deepen as you descend deeper into the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra, the third sky world.
Take a breath. Feel in your heart tenderness for all your relations. In your heart, tenderness for all your relations. Feel their suffering and their pain. Feel their loss. Stolen lands, stolen children. Did they get killed in the Kimor killing fields? Were they lost in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Did they die in death marches in the Philippines and in Germany? Oh, dear ancestors. Listen. Listen to what they have to say to you. Listen for their wisdom, their guidance. Were they your familiars? How do they commune with you?
We need you.
Do they roar? Do they purr? Do they chirp? How do they commune with you? Oh, Coco, Yo-Yo, beloved fierce protectors, I miss you so much. Do they howl? Listen. Listen to their heart. Listen to your heart. Listen. I'm so sorry. Sorry I wasn't able to save you. And with heart, let us sing. Let us sing their heart songs. Let us sing their heart songs. Let us sing their spirit songs. Let us chant their soul songs. Let us send back their love to them. Listen, listen, listen and speak your love from the deepest part of your heart. Let your healing voice be heard. Let your peaceful voice be heard. Let your voice raised for restorative justice now from your boxes on your screens, from YouTube to us, to around the world. Speak it for peace, speak it for healing, speak it for justice. Say it out loud. Nobody can hear you except you, yourself, from your boxes, from your YouTube videos. Speak it loud now.
Feel your connection to all that lives and breathes and creeps and crawls, all that flies and swims and walks and runs. Feel your connection to the standing people, the hills and mountains and rocks. Feel the connection to witches killed in the burning times. Feel the rage over the deplorable waste of wars without end. We harness that passion now in present time to do the work that must be done, to create peace, true peace, not the absence of war.
Take a breath from the third sky world. See the color yellow. Take a breath. See the color deepen as you deepen your descent. As you deepen your descent to the second sky world.
And breathe in that color, yellow. The solar plexus, the gut. What does your gut say about everything that's going on in the world right now? Listen. Breathe in that color, yellow. Feel the courage of all those that came before you. Feel the strength of all those whose shoulders we stand on. We are kinfolk, and we have come down in these bodies, this time, and this place for the transformation, for the change that is meant to happen. Breathe in that yellow and allow it to become stronger and stronger and stronger until it is a nova of transformation, of change, but most of all, of balance. Balance that will bring this world and all of its creatures back into alignment. Back into alignment. Where we remember we are all one and the same. There is no separation. Breathe in yellow to transform into an orange as we descend down to this first sky world. And as you breathe in that color orange, remember the passion that we have as the God and Goddess's children. We are passionate, sacred creatures. We have the passion and the right to love who we want to love, to identify who we want to identify, to be. Breathe in that orange and know that we are sacred just as we are.
Just as we are.
There is no need to change. Just accept and be. And as we breathe in that orange, it transforms to red.
Breathe in that red. That color strengthening. That color of the blood coursing through your body. Giving you strength to move into this world. Giving you strength, courage to walk on this earth. Giving you strength so you can give back to Mother Earth. Returning to the Mother. From the 7 sky worlds. Wend your way down now. The tallest peak of the tallest mountain, past the misty clouds. Yes, the peak is taller than the mountains. Misty clouds. Wend your way past fresh herbs, rare orchids. Do you see mouse deer on the mountain? Tall pine trees, tall lawan mahogany trees. What else do you see on this mountain path? What's there? What do you hear? Birds singing, rustling of the leaves in the trees. I hear the birds singing. Ah. What do you see? Look. Listen. See. What do you smell? Fresh pine needles. Take a breath. Did your ancestors cross land bridges now submerged in oceans? Are they in graves with tombstones bearing their names? Are they hanging in coffins off cliff sides of mountains? Meet them now on this earth. Meet them now. Listen to their words of wisdom, their guidance. What do they say to you? Listen. 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 How will you work for healing? How will you work for peace? How will you work for restorative justice? Raise your voices on high. Raise them strong.
Justice. Freedom.
Peace. And I invite invite you to join me on the road to the sacred grove. And with each step you take, let your soul, let your spirit become lighter. Leave the worries of this realm behind. Allow your spirit to rise up. And as you head towards the grove, the door opens. It welcomes you. It's been waiting for you. Come through. And as you land, you feel all the protection, all the love of this grove. And as you breathe in and feel the energy, you see in each of the direction, the four levels, the levels of your ancestors are there. They're waiting for you. They send you out the gifts, the healing, the medicine they have for you. Close your eyes and allow your spirit to be guided to the medicine you need right now, knowing that these ancestors are here forever for you. They will always share their medicine if you come to them with love and respect. But for now, go to the one that feels right and allow them to take you in their arms and hold you to remind you, you are their sacred child. You are perfect as you are. You are beloved. They have been waiting for you to share their gifts, to share their love, to help with this transformation. Feel the love coming from all over the grove, from all the ancestors. They're so happy you've joined them. The love is there. The love is there. And with it is the medicine, the courage. You are not alone. You've never been alone, but now, no, you are not alone. Draw that in. Draw that in and know you are sacred. You are loved.
You are loved.
Just breathe. Take in the love. Take in the love.
Are some of us still journeying across the seas? Do you feel the mist upon your face? Feel it now, the softness of the mist. Breathe in the saltiness of the waters. Feel the rocking of the boat, sailing smoothly, then reaching the shore.
Reaching the shore and stepping on the beach, curling your toes in the soft sand. We have reached the Isle of Apple. We're going home. Smell the sweet scent of the apples. Here, we alight. We visit our ancestors here on the Isle of Apples. A space also known as the Bardo, the space of existence between death and rebirth. So here on the Isle of Apples, we grow young again. We come home, and one day we will never leave. Here we are, Isle of Apples. And your ancestors, what do they say?
Feel down onto the cool, cool earth. Feel how she supports you. Reach down just below the surface to feel the vast energies available. Spiritual energy from kivas, underground temples, and Olmec burials whose stones embedded in clay create secret altars for the sacred fires. The natural caves hidden away, and all beings, things that have been ceremoniously buried or who have simply fallen to the earth to be digested. Some of these have been the last of their kind, never again to be looked upon by any other being walking the earth. Some have fallen seeking a better life for themselves and their families. All return to her servants to be recycled into rich topsoil. We experience the connection to our hearth, our home, our heart. Know that our ancestors are still here. They've not gone anywhere. We memorialize them in our collection of grandmother's rocking chair, mother's recipe book, and crochet patterns. These are our holy altars in our homes, honoring our indigenous ancestors. Take a breath. From the earthly realm, see a deeper color red. Take a breath. See the color deepen as you deepen your descent to arrive underground.
Feel the color red at the heart of the mother. Feel the hot magma. Feel the warmth of redness coursing through your blood. Feel the fierceness of courage. Feel the fire. Feel the fire at the heart of the world. Feel the fires that engender the seeds and forest. Feel the fires arcing through your nerve endings, the heart, the sexual body, movement. Feel the transformation fires at the heart of the planet. Feel the transformation. Feel the transformation at the heart of the cosmos. Mother of change, we salute you.
We salute you, Mother.
Mother of beginnings, we praise you.
We praise you, Mother.
Mother of endings, renew us.
Mother, renew
Mother of endings, renew us. Mother of endings, renew us again and again.
A year of beauty, a year of plenty, a year of planting, a year of harvest. a year of forests, a year of healing, a year of vision, a year of passion, a year of rebirth. This year may we renew the earth. This year may we renew the earth.
Let it begin with the rains. Let it begin with deep snows on the granite bones of the mountains, on ancient uncut forests. Oh, let it begin like a running stream, like a wild white water river. Let it flow down through the valleys, the grasslands and the croplands. May they yield a good harvest for all those who plant them, those who tend them, and who pick them. May all who hunger now be fed. May we heal the soil that grows our bread.
Let the rivers flow into a bay of clear and living waters. May all the buried streams run free and the salmon return each year from the sea. Oh, let it begin with the whales as they pass on their long migrations. May flocks of seabirds darken the sky and the great winged condor freely fly. May summer bring back songbirds from the rainforest that grows and thrives. May they take wing in peace. May they fly over lands at peace. May all the cycles of life be saved, and all the risks of change be braved.
Let it begin with fresh winds, the breath of flourishing forests. May they carry the voices of women. May they bring us the songs of our ancestors and teach our hidden histories and awaken our ancient memories. Oh, let it begin in the streets of this far-ringed city. May we walk these streets safely. May all who are ailing here find care for the spirit and body. May we shelter all who need a fire and bed and be a refuge for those who fled. May this be a city of lovers, of poets, singers, and dancers, of dreamers and drummers and changers. May the old ones and the young be loved. May all the forms of love be blessed, and all the colors of our skin be praised. Like sisters, like brothers, may we take care of each other.
Let it begin with the fire, the smoldering coals of an ancient hearth, with the secret visions in our hearts. May we fan the flames into life. May we tend the fires of life. May all the works of change be done May we draw power from the wind and sun, and weave our magic from the turning moon, and dance on the living earth. She is our mother, our healer, our lover, and we are of her. We are her circle, circle of healing, circle of planting the seeds of our new year, a year of rebirth. This year we shall renew the earth. This year we shall renew the earth. Let it begin with each step we take. Let it begin with each change we make. Let it begin with each chain we break. Let it begin every time we awake. Let it begin with each step we take. Let it begin with each change we make. Let it begin with each chain we break. Let it begin every time we awake. Let it begin with each step we take. Let it begin with each change we make. Let it begin with each chain we break. Let it begin every time we awake.
Under the bright sun that shares his power to warm our houses, to plant and harvest under the white moon, who shares her magic to weave our circles, sleep without fearing, and wait to carry for all the green earth where we're all living, the air that we're breathing, water we're drinking, sunfire and moonlight. She is our mother, and we are of her. This is our a circle of healing, healing the green earth and our source spirits, a circle of planting the seeds of a new year, and all of our voices are her sweet music. Rise with her power, rise like a fountain of clearest water, higher and higher. Rise like a fountain of clearest
Through all the world below, she is seen all around. Search hills and valleys through, there she's found. The growing of the corn, the lily and the thorn, the pleasant and forlorn, all declare she is there. In meadows dressed in green, she is seen. She's bringing waters rise, mountains flow, rivers run. The mist that veils the sky hides the sun. Then down the rain does pour, the ocean love does roar, and beat upon the shore, and all praise in their ways the one whose glory streams through our dreams. The sun with all his rays sings of her as he flies. The comet in her blaze her name cries. The shining of the stars, the moon when she appears, her awesome name declare. See them fly through the sky and join the joyful sound all around. Then let my station be here on earth as I see that the continents, lights and seas all agree. Through all the world is made, the forest and the glade. Nor let me be afraid, though I dwell on the hill, since nature's works declare she is there.
Mother of magma, rolling ocean of fire, we salute you and we rise and rise and rise to the surface of the earth.
On the earth, we see the color red, and we rise and we rise and we rise, and we rise. To the Isle of Apples, we say hail and farewell. Anything more to say on the Isle of Apple, where we grow young again? Step onto the boat and feel it's rocking. Sail once again onto the waters.
And welcome back to the sacred grove. And before you leave, I want you to remember the love that you received. And because of that love, I ask that you allow your heart to leave a gift to remind you that this place is yours whenever you want to come back. And to remember that love is a much more powerful weapon against hate.
And when you're way up that mountain, past the underground river, past the misty clouds to the peak, the top tallest mountain. Rise, 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 rise to the first sky world.
And I ask that you breathe in and thank the orange, the passion for being with you, and to allow that breath to plant a seed, to remind you that that passion is always there whenever you need it. And as you breathe, I ask you to rise, rise, rise up to the next sky world, the color yellow, the solar plex, the gut, and to remember the courage, the strength that you received, and once again allow your breath to allow a seed to be planted to guide you back to this place whenever you need that extra strength and courage. And as you breathe, I invite you to allow your breath to raise you up, up, up to the next sky world, the color green.
So now we rise, leaving the home altars, saying farewell to Grandma's rocking chair, Mother's recipes. Feel the haunting mist from the ocean call you back to the boat. Leave the smell of the sweet apples, sailing over the ocean, back home.
And take a breath now in the root chakra, arriving on this earth. And rise, 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 rise to the color blue.
Hearing the voices of our ancestors, knowing the power of our own voices, raise your voices and rise, rise, rise to the indigo, third sky world.
In this third sky world, hear the forgotten ancestors who dance through your genes. Hear the wisdom of those who mapped the stars and carried fire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Leave a gift for these folks we will always remember. And we rise and rise and rise from the indigo, rise and rise and rise into the violet and rise into the star world, into the colors of the infinite. Rise into the colors of the ancestors who dance with the suns and the whirlwind.
And as we leave the sacred grove, we thank it for being there, for holding our ancestors and our medicine. And as we say goodbye, see the door close, knowing it's always there whenever you need it.
Breathe into the green. Feel the healing energy of the chakra and the third sky world.
We have listened for your call. We have heard your welcome. Thank you, ancestors.
Our humble namaskaram.
All praise, all thanks, all honor to the mighty, mighty souls of the departed. Blessed be Ashe. Home, all my relations. Shalom, salam, and Makesh.
And all our relations, all our ancestors, mga diwata at duende, we give you thanks, salamat, for allowing us to visit you briefly and remembering and knowing that we always come back to visit you, and also that you are always with us. You are always with us. You are always with us. So begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We are here. We are back in our bodies. We are in this sacred space, and we are grounded once again. Say your name 3 times. Pat your body. Say your name 3 times. Evelyn. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Goddess, hail and farewell.
Great maternal bears, sacred Ursas, fearsome protectors, thank you for your wisdom, protection, and joy.
Kali, thank you for your presence tonight. Go if you must, stay if you will, hail and farewell.
Guadalupe Tonantzin, thank you for joining us. Hail and farewell.
Avalokiteshvara, Inkanon, Kuan Yin, Tara. Thank you. And empower our empathy and compassion. Hail and farewell.
Beloved dead, we breathed with you, we danced with you, we love you.
We bid you farewell.
Thank you for coming.
What is remembered lives.
Blessed be.
Thank you, warrior ancestors, for being here with us, for opening our hearts. We ask that some of you come back with us to remind us of the pledges we made. And for now, go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell.
Ancestors who rest in the earth, the fire, the air, the waters, thank you for your presence. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for opening the road to justice with peace and compassion. We release you. We release you. We release you.
Merci l'air d'avoir été avec nous. Merci le Mistral, merci le vent d'Est qui m'a porté hier. Merci Éole. Merci l'air.
Thank you, fire. Fire is sacred.
We farewell, water.
Thank you, water.
Water is sacred.
Water is sacred.
Water is sacred. We farewell, water.
Gracias, Madre Tierra, por sostenernos y acompañarnos. Que los ocultos senderos al mundo verde se cierren a tu paso y se abran en el deleite de nuestro encuentro. Feliz partida, Tierra Sagrada.
When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain. When we return, the wind will blow, and the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain. When we return, the wind will blow, and the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain. When we return, the wind will blow, and the fire will burn.
Hail and farewell. Hail and farewell, goddesses of the south. Stay if you will, and go if you must. Hail and farewell, goddesses of the east. Stay if you will, and go if you must. Hail and farewell, goddesses of the north. Stay if you will, go if you must. The circle is open, but unbroken. May the love of the goddesses go in your heart. Merry meet, and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Wisdom of the ancestors.
Wisdom of the ancestors,
Love for the descendants.
wisdom of the ancestors,
Love for the descendants.
wisdom of the ancestors,
Love for the descendants. With
wisdom of the ancestors,
ancestors, and
wisdom of the ancestors,
the descendants. We raise
wisdom of the ancestors,
our voices for peace,
wisdom of the
healing,
ancestors,
and justice. With wisdom of the ancestors, and love for descendants, we raise our voices for peace, healing, and justice.
wisdom of the
Peace, healing,
ancestors,
and justice.